Yeah.
Nice.
Basically, everybody, I'm 65. My dad passed away in 2020 at 88. He got a 3% loan GI in 1959. Historically, we've never had sub 6% opportunity until COVID. And if people don't understand that, I can't help it. There was one chance during COVID, went to 3%. If you didn't get it or waiting for lower, God help. It's done.
Facts.
Yeah, I told Chrissy we're planning on making every payment on this loan.
Yeah, man. There's no reason in today's market, and I think this is what people are going to start to realize too, especially in like right now, the wifey and I are looking to pick up another place. We want to buy. We want to buy we were just vacationing up in Massanutten. We're going to buy a house up there because it's close enough for us to drive to, and they have indoor water park. Ooh, there's some volume. They have a big indoor water park. They have, it's a huge vacation ski place, summer stuff, like mountains, like caves, like it's got it all. And it's a place we'd really like to go. But we can rent it as a short-term rental the whole time we're not using it. You know what I mean? So it's like, even like with your house, even if you did end up moving on to another house, the smart thing to do in this market would be to just keep your low-ass interest rate, go buy a new house, turn your current house into a short-term rental. You know what I mean? Which, so that inventory is just never going to come to market. I think people are going to start to be really, really surprised with the short-term rental market, how it could create like an inflationary bubble in the housing market. So hopefully we'll see in new home sales. If new home sales are still kind of constant, I think that's true. If you see a big drop in new home sales, that's going to be very, very interesting, because that's going to show that people just aren't willing to buy the new stuff. And that, which means, house prices go crazy when people don't buy new houses, because if you're not buying the cheap inventory, that means the flippers get to charge whatever they want.
Yeah, that's probably what we would do. If we got to the point where she could rent this house out through her business, and then we would able to build another house and then just pay off of that and
She
still
does
have some left
management. She
over. That
does
would be ideal.
management stuff, right? That's what she does.
Yeah. She owns a short-term rental business.
Does she do it through a company?
No, she just does. She owns it, her own company.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what Nelly wants. That's what I want Nelly to do. Maybe when we come out and hang out in July, we can talk about it. We have some friends of ours that they're on their like third one now, and they're crushing. They've got like 3 of them. They're like just killing it.
Are you talking to like Airbnb?
Yeah, doing like an Airbnb. Like I found one, like, that's up in the area I'm looking at, and by the time I was done, the overall profit on it would probably be like 20 or 30 grand a year. I figure after I like do repairs, expenses and stuff like that, I mean, that included like taxes and utilities and all that, but then I'm also thinking a little extra money for when the thing breaks, right? And all of that stuff. I was like, so I'll probably stash this. It'd probably still bring me in a few $100 extra a month. You know what I mean? And I got a vacation, I got a house just sitting out there getting paid off. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds like a party. And then when I want to go on a vacation, I can just do an owner stay and go stay where I already want to go vacation and not have to pay for a vacation. That'll save me with my family. My God, that would save me $5 grand every single time.
Also, it's a write-off when you go there.
And that. So I'm gonna give my wifey something to do. She wants like a little project, and she's so good at that kind of stuff. So, come on, baby. I need one good drop, and I'm done for the morning. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys later.
I got in at R3. I already hit.
Yep. How dare you flaunt your success while I'm holding? Just kidding. That's awesome.
You do it all the time. All
right, you're right. I do. You're right. I do. Don't.
That's like before you are impartial, then I'm holding the rest for more.
There you go.
Okay, Thor, Ninja Trader is completely different.
Huh?
Okay, so Ninja Trader is completely different, right? R3 was not there when you did the trade.
R3 is right here.
Yeah, they matched.
It's toss R3 because we're on
It's
we're on without right now, and I'm not even using that. Hold on.
It's with instrument. If you go to instrument,
Duplicate a new one, and then I'm gonna switch this to
instrument, and you'll see.
It worked, wasn't it? It worked good. It matched exactly with CME data. So
We're filling the gap.
Oh wait, sorry, wrong one. It's
It's
instrument.
instrument.
Sorry, my bad. I lost you again. Where'd you go? There you are.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh my gosh! Look how close that is. Right at the CP and the FVG. That's just horrible to see.
But,
Whatever. Either way, I'll make like 250 on this thing, so it's no big deal. But
Are you already trailing?
yeah. Well, I figure if this
don't trail.
I trail on. I'm trailing on this one. If it comes all the way back up, I'll hit and then reshort it again.
There's a lot of
But I've had that on for a while because
It's
especially
interesting.
because I was gonna walk away from it. But I'm still. Gosh, look how close that is. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because that looks like a bouncy poo right there.
If you look at a 5-minute candle, it's creating a shitty candle.
So, what do you use instrument setting for instrument or DOS with, DOS without? Because
I have no idea. I use this one. I just use the toss one. It has the right calcs in it, and it's the only one that I've found it's the most consistent from day to day to day to day to day. Every now and again, on the rarest of occasions, it goes wonky, but I haven't had that happen in like a couple months now, I think. So it seems to be pretty stable.
Mm-hmm.
Which reminds me.
Okay, thanks.
I need to save Thor workspace.
Or workspace number 10.
Actually, I should number it. Or in
Amen to that.
What should I like? I should do a version number or something like that.
I know
Actually,
one.
Thor workspace.
You usually do the date. This way you know that is the last one.
No, well, that makes sense. All right, fine. 02 26 25.
Yeah.
Good job. All right.
Because
so
then
now-
you get confused with like versions. Well, which one is newer? Which one is older? This way, you know.
You know, that makes a whole lot of sense. I don't like it. All right. So share workspace. Thor workspace. Oh, see, that makes that a lot easier. Sorry. And then update Thor's workspace with the correct version. Now I have a new name.
How do I pull that again?
My workspace.
Where do you find them? I forgot. Where you can pull it.
Right now, I'm putting them into a. I'll just paste them to you in a second. I'm gonna.
Oh, okay.
So,
I
but
thought, like, you can update
I
it.
update them on the website pivotmasters.org/files.
God, I think I have.
What a jerk! Stop buying. Rude. I didn't even. It's not like we made it to S3 or anything like that. Look at the volume dropping though.
Mm-hmm.
Like this doesn't like feel too crazy. But whatevs.
They're just getting ready for a regular session.
Yeah, a little gappy right there.
Oh. Or when you got into that trade, where was your stop?
Somewhere up here.
That's
I
not
forget-
helpful.
Well, I don't remember because I didn't take a screenshot of it, and I just used an ATM strategy. I didn't pick it. If I
I know.
picked it, I would be at a target already. I need to really start using my Spiros hotkey. If I'd have
That's
hit
what I
right
was
there,
doing.
If I had hit right at the top, I probably would have hit my stupid target right there. But because, I actually have talked about this quite a few times about like the difference between running like an active versus a passive position, right? The passive position always provides the worst RVR. This is a primo example. It's like I would have been right no matter what happened, right? So why not just have the right stop? Meh. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I put mine like at 40, at 340.
Hopefully at the open we'll just get a really big hard sell.
Yeah.
It won't squeeze right back up to the 50 and take me out. It's going to do that before we open. Ooh, speaking of, be right back.
No, there's a big volume difference in the last 10.
I put like my entry was like around what 75 tick. I'm gonna
Like
post
Nvidia looks like it's ready to move lower right now.
my
I got in at 322.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
My stop was at like 340.
what in Q?
Yeah.
So my stop was exactly around 332.
332? Damn. What was your buy?
I buy like 313.
Okay, but you bought at 10 points. Okay, so we were in the same thing.
Yeah, because I was gonna buy like when he sees I slow pivot in 1 minute. About
how many contracts?
I take one full contract.
You took one.
One full, one NQ.
Right. One MNQ.
No, NQ, not MNQ. N.
Oh, look at you going fancy.
Yeah, I'm being there. Just what's the name? Was one contract.
There you go. Thor's gonna get it.
No, seller, come on now.
Yeah. That volume, the second 5 minutes were very shitty buying.
Yeah, it definitely was weak sauce. Come on. You can do it.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Thor, okay. Now we need to talk. I just saw something. On NQ, how did you divide your green and red?
This down here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a study. Hold on. Let me find it. I need to add this to the files, the website. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Give me 1 second.
No volume.
Oh, I remember. I remember where I got it.
Are you trailing the 50?
Are you talking about the what's the name? The fair value gap indicator?
No, you see how
he's
his
talking
volume...
about the bifurcated volume. No, that's not it. I thought it.
Split bubble.
This one down here, how it shows the split volume.
Okay, this going indicator when you click is gonna be the up and down volume. I think so. Hold a second, I'm gonna.
No, oh, I thought. For some reason, I thought this was.
It's not a script.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I thought it was a script.
No, it's a volume up and volume up down.
It's right. It's right here on the indicators, and so the normal one that we use is the indicator. It's called like volume or something, and this one's called buy sell volume.
Oh, okay.
So you have to look down and find buy sell volume. This one right here, and add that one, and then you can go in there and configure it. Here's how mine's configured. If you want to take a look at it.
Yes. Hold on, grabbing a screenshot. Done.
Oh,
Too late.
Yes.
Alright, let's configure this.
No, sorry.
Stick. Volume. .0.
Come on. You can do it. Just one big boom at the open. Oh, come on. Yeah. I thought that was it right there. You saw it kind of like surge. Come on, you can hit it before the open. Just hit it before the open. At the open, we're gonna we'll probably squeeze. Come on, drop, drop. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. See, this is why I don't like showing my trades while I'm in my trades. I could have just cut that. You don't know where my stop was. Like,
Look who doesn't follow the rules.
I could have just lied. Oh, I do not like that at all. That was a horrible candle.
Why is it? Since I created, I guess. Minimum bars. Look back. 250.
Whatever. Either way, I make like almost $400 on this thing, so it's a pretty solid start to the day. Oh my gosh, this is gonna happen right at the frickin' open. I'm not gonna watch. My eyes are closed.
Get me to get him a call.
Stinking volume. What am I gonna watch at the open otherwise? What did I say I was gonna watch? Like Apple? Or AMD or something like that? Yeah, baby. Woo! Oh man. That's
Now go to sleep.
goodbye.
Wow.
Low range R3. Let's
I should-
friggin' go.
I should hold.
Cool. Okay. That's great. Now what?
Wow. That's
So the problem is, yeah, so we just gotta wait now. PLTR's order book actually looks bearish. At least in DOS. Let me see what it looks like here. It just needs to get into a good spot. Oh no, look at this order right here. See, in DOS it looked kind of bearish there, but here it doesn't. Good absorption, but meh. Oops. Okay, where's Microsoft? Really a lot of volume on Microsoft. Microsoft's coming right off of S4 on the month. Look, monthly S4 right here. I might try along on this thing. Come on, order book, load. Ooh, look at the size of that order block. Not enough orders to the top side. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything now.
Just enjoying my coffee and the company.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna enjoy. I mean, it's February. I just hit a full target.
Or did you see NVIDIA?
Mm-mm.
The play was there.
Oh,
I couldn't take it. It was too
no.
aggressive for me.
That is so aggressive.
NVIDIA was like the Apple trade you took yesterday, Thor.
Oh my gosh. Whack! I mean, whap right into it. Close. Like, that's so hard. Like, you almost gotta just put your hands over your eyes and just go, push the button. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, that's just horrible. That's
So
cool though.
just wanted to ask you a question. How did you take Apple trade yesterday? That was so fast. I mean,
Like that. So basically, you do. So part of the thing is, part of the reason why this works is because I believe it will work. You know what I mean? That's a very important part. You know what I mean? Part of the reason why I can pull the trigger. So I was actually making this comment, which I thought was pretty interesting. I published my book in 2022. I didn't realize that until the other day. Now, why that's relevant is it's 2025. It's been like 2.5 years since I published this book. You know what I mean? I've been using the system for a year prior to publishing the book. I detailed the system for a half a year to a year prior to that. You know what I mean? So the system's been working for quite a while, but I've seen it work so often. There is quite some time. I'll be honest with you. It just works. I mean, I just know it's going to work, so I use it. You know what I mean? And it's you know, it's really cool. And that's what all performance is, right? Is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. So when I start to fail is when I lean outside of this incredibly detailed system I put together. You know what I mean? If I start contradicting, come on. I longed Microsoft at S4. Did anyone happen to watch Microsoft?
I did, Thor. I did for you.
Yes. Come on.
That's funny.
I never wanted to disappoint you, so I did it.
You know, so you it's one of those ones where you're like, I won't call them, but it's one of those ones where I'm just kind of like, oh, I really like it here. It looks like, ooh, with S4, this could be a long here, and then it's like he's saying it could be a long here. Could is his word for I just went long here.
Of course.
I gotta change my tails. Oh wait, crap! I did it wrong. Hold on, I can just hit it now. Bink. Nice. I gotta get used to it. Look at that.
The other thing, because you zoom in a lot, if you go to the style part,
Yeah, I can get rid of the style I can get rid of that bar now. Actually,
No. Hit the style in the top.
hit the style.
Yeah, there was a word style on the menu next to chart.
Up here.
No, like up there, like like next to 1 minute chart, like the style next to the gear, but yeah. So click choose the chart navigator. Go down.
This one.
Yeah. See in the bottom of the chart. It's showing up when you zoom in, and you're gonna tell you where exactly area in the chart.
This down here.
Yeah.
What's it showing me?
Okay, when you zoom in and out, okay, and you're gonna see the highlight. Like when you highlight, you're gonna see where you at exactly.
Interesting. That's cool.
So my target is 402. You think it's possible today?
Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
That was very confident. I didn't even check. Yeah, I mean ATR high on this thing's 402.44. So why not? You know what I mean? We didn't achieve our ATR low, so it's reasonable to believe we can achieve our ATR high. Right? We are in a lower range, but we are playing an extreme reversal. So, the ideal target would be inside of 400. But that would have been very hard to pull off here. I think because this range is so narrow, I think we're going to go outside the range. I think we'll end up at R6.
Yesterday I thought I shorted Tesla, and thankfully my target was under the ATR, but that sell a lot yesterday. I should have held it.
Excellent. All right, so where's my little price level here?
So I have a question. How you resolve this performance anxiety issue? Any tip? Because my recovery is V reversal. So yesterday I had a performance anxiety. I mean, cold feet, everything. So that kind of, I don't know how to. And yesterday, that was the first time I moved my stop loss to break even. When that, I don't do it. Yesterday I did it. So.
It's so. As I understand it, right? Because one of the unique privileges I kind of had was coming from like a family that was actually kind of like my great grandmother played violin. My grandmother played flute. Both of my aunts were heavily involved in sports and in playing instruments. My mother was involved heavily in sports. She didn't really play instruments or do anything like that. But so the family has always been kind of like a very performance-centered family, but the way I, which was useful, but the way I always kind of figured it through all the varied things I attempted to do is performance is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Or sorry, expecting the same result. I said it backwards. Performance is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. Right? So and confidence in trading actually doesn't come from knowing what will happen. It just comes from knowing what you will do based upon what could happen. Right? So you don't really need to be worried about losing because losing is really irrelevant, right? In this game, you are going to be both the winner and the loser all the time. right? The important thing is just to make sure your losses are properly controlled as they should be, right? Like I have a winner on NQ right now, so I'm long on Microsoft. If Microsoft comes and stops me out, oh well. You know what I mean? That's just what it needs to be. But if we start to vary our performance, then it is very likely that we should expect our outcome to vary, right? You know what I mean? So moving to, the moving to break even arbitrarily, for instance, right? The only thing you're going to do there is you're varying your performance, right? So if you get stopped out at break even, it shouldn't surprise you, right? Because you're giving it the opportunity. So, but what happens now is you're now injecting a variable, right, for every future performance, right? So, and then that creates the anxiety, right? Because now you have a decision to make, and it's a fairly random one. At what point in time do you just move to break even? So there's two ways to mitigate that. One, don't move to break even. Two, create rules in which you can use break even. That way, if it's unsuccessful, you can adjudicate it. You know what I mean? But the randomness of it all is what will give you the anxiety, right? So try and just focus on the performance, saying, okay, this is what I say I'm going to do. This is what I think I want to do. This is how I think I want to do it. And then if the outcome of your performance starts to have negative impact, right, or a negative outcome, then it's not your fault, right? You're still doing a good performance, right? So it must be the system or your knowledge of the system like there must be a technical reason there's a problem, right? Because you're doing what you think you should be doing. And then we can work together and figure that out. The other issue with the performance variable is it makes it a lot harder to track down technical issues because the performance variation, right? So this is why a lot of the times when I have like really new traders, I'll immediately put them on a 2 trade a day regardless of outcome restriction, right? Because I really don't care about their P&L. I just want to see if they know how to make trades. I only want them to take 1 or 2 of them a day. That way they have time to analyze them, break them down, and then practice them, and do all the things. You take 8 trades a day, you're not going to learn a darn thing, right? So, and just kind of keep that in mind as you're going through it. Just try and take a deep breath on it, and then just try and lean into what you know, and then just do that, because that's the thing. Under pressure, a performer will lean into their technique, right? So you want to make sure you have the right technique, because if you put in the wrong technique, then when you get under pressure, you're going to lean into the wrong technique. You know what I mean? So just try and make sure you're not making those little variable changes, and the more you do that, even in losses, you'll still feel better about it.
Thank you, Thor. Thank you so much.
Of course. Keep me posted. Shoot me a DM, okay? If there's any additional issue.
Okay, thank you.
Saad? Is it Syed or Saad?
Yes, Saad. Yes.
Do you drink any coffee or tea or use any stimulants in the morning?
Like sometimes, like
fentanyl? No? I should no.
Yeah.
Too strong. Too strong.
That's amazing. You can trade with fentanyl.
Sometimes tea, nothing else.
I wouldn't take any then. Like no stimulants in the morning, no tea or coffee.
Okay.
Because that's gonna prime your system.
Another thing you can always try and do too is you try and do 20 body squats.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where you just kind of squat down, stand up, squat down, stand up, just nice and slow, not fast. You're not trying to get your heart rate up, but what it'll do is it just kind of moves all of your stuff around, and it burns a little bit of sugar out of your system. That always drops my anxiety. When I have anxiety, because I'm on the spectrum, I find physical activity is by far the greatest thing I can do for my anxiety. So sometimes, if I'm super anxious, I'll literally just hit some jumping jacks or do some high knees or go run around, do some squats, push-ups or something, just because it just burns that stuff out of there, and then because like when we're holding that trade in the open there on NQ, if I was going to try and lie to you and say that doesn't give me anxiety, you just got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's if you can't, it's just going to be such a pain. But even me holding that position short on there, I don't have anxiety now. I could care less if this one hits. I already had a winner, right? But on that first one, I'm like, man, this is a big deal. I want this one to hit. This might be the difference between a really easy morning versus a really difficult morning. blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more going into that one. So it's definitely reasonable that you know, and just kind of keep that in mind. Like I don't know if there is a point in time, at least it hasn't happened for me yet, where there is no anxiety. You know what I mean? However, I have technique and I've defined and I've kind of like surrendered almost, for a lack of a better word, if that makes sense. I've almost like surrendered myself to the system so that if like I hit max loss one day, I can
Right.
just be like, obviously it was the market. I was
Right.
saying this to one of the other bad ones the other day. I was like, sometimes you know, it's kind of like, you know, you're in a relationship with this ticker right now, and it's like sometimes it's you, sometimes it's them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you were just picking crappy tickers that day, or the market was choppy with no news, and there just really wasn't good opportunities that day. So, you know, you can't
like-
let that hurt you too bad. But if it comes consistent over days and weeks, that's when you start just looking to see, is there a technical situation here? You know what I mean?
Right. Like I never had like so much green days in the streak, so this is the first time, and that is why I'm getting this anxiety. To be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Fair. I had that happen to me. It's a tough problem to have, my friend. But believe it or not, there was a point in time when I went on an incredibly long green streak. And believe it or not, when I started losing more
Right.
often, I actually started making more money. So
And
you know, it's not,
this
you know,
is
it's all good, man. You know, it'll be good. But
and-
that's good though. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, that
And,
green
you
ain't
know-
happening by accident, dude.
This is the first time I totally understand this phrase that Dwayne sometimes talks like slowly but suddenly.
Yes.
This is the first time, to be honest with you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Once it really starts to click, you know what I mean, like that, and you start to see it, you can start to, you know, it's like Neo when he can read the Matrix, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, you know, now I don't even see the code, I just see red dress, it's a stake, you know what I mean? So now you're looking at it and you're saying, oh, okay, these are buyers and sellers, they're offering particular areas, how's the volume look when we're coming into them? Are we in the right spot? Yes, we are. Do I have the right volume? Yes or no, I don't. Like you're just doing this on such a high level. You just have to understand, like, there are institutional traders out there that are doing this for a living, getting paid by a company, and they are not even slightly thinking about this stuff the way you are, right? Like you're a dangerous weapon in the market right now. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. You know what I mean? Because the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? The one problem we will have is that we get it, it works, and then we throw it away because we're afraid to just keep being successful. You know what I mean? So you got this. Just stick with it.
Thank you.
Can't,
Thank you
can't
for
wait
the
to watch these. I can't wait ready to do some more reviews, man. Trade reviews. I'm not lying. Trade reviews over this last weekend were quite nice. I've seen
Yeah.
over the past couple of weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. I've seen a lovely positive curve from multiple mentees. Just and more so in just, although in P&L, more so in P&L, just consistency of performance. Seems like anxiety's down a little bit across the board. It's good stuff. It's fun. I'm really liking this. So
Hey Thor, can I ask a question about the Microsoft trade you took?
you certainly can try. No, I'm
I
kidding.
was staring at that, and I look at the volume, and I don't see any
It's not there.
VPA. Okay.
After I went into it, I was like, I'm really gonna have to explain this to someone. So this
I'm someone.
Yes, and you are the someone. So this is almost one of those blind allegiance to the system moments where, because we are hitting monthly S4 and we had just done, like, look at this, like, 1 minute hard as hell dump down into this level, and then indecision right there, and then we started making new highs. I went long right when it started making this new high. Like, I didn't even, you know what I mean? For me, I think we talked about this specifically. Like, when I win my first trade, my second, my first trade always has the most toast.
Yeah.
You know, and then after I get my second trade, now I'm really just trying to get something that works as quickly as I possibly can, because if this one works, then I'm going to try and get 2 more that work as quickly as I can, because this is what allows me to get to like 5. So I didn't have I didn't have hardly any VPA signal, actually. I just kind of made this, I'm going to give it the word assumption. because we're on this lower range. We've been selling for 3 days, and we just did this high volume looked like a smash down into S4. I was like, I think we bounce on this thing. So my goodness, it's doing a little bit better than I expected, to be honest. I mean, my target hasn't been hit yet, so I was hoping it would do better. But I even thought session high was way up near R4. So that's all the way to 400. If it goes all the way back to session high, what do you think's the chances we run our ATR? You know what I mean?
What's your target?
My target is at stinking 401.06 in a horrible spot, actually. I have to go through 2 large orders to get to it. So
Yeah,
this is-
mine is 4 too. I'm
But
stuck.
I ran my stop. I didn't even run that aggressive of a stop, actually. I ran my stop just below 394, 393.91. Right? But, you know, that puts my target 401.06, which is just barely inside of ATR. So pray for us, people. We're going to need it. But look at that beautiful hammer. I mean, my God, that looks pretty. So let's hope, with any luck, I'm thinking at this point, look what we're running into right now. The low of the 21st is at 399, right? So, but we just bought that low. You know, I mean, we bought that low 399, and we're in. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty good sign. So there's a pretty good chance if we buy that low, maybe we go up and try and buy previous day's open. You know, or premium, and that gets us up to where we need to be. That's pretty close. That gets us right up to 402. So that's what we're hoping, that we go all the way back to previous day's high, basically. So pray for us. We're gonna need it. This is gonna be a hard fought battle. We just don't get too spooked out, because this is gonna be a hard fought battle, right? Because we're now into a selling range, so we may actually get blown out, drop it back to